feel like I want to look at both of you. Good. Okay, so I'm already starting to feel him. He's starting to step in as well. Is this one of the people in your mind as well?
Yes.
Okay. Because he keeps saying to me, I've been on her mind, and that's why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
And that can mean because he was one of the people that you wanted to come through, or it could just be because you've been thinking about him lately. And sometimes when you're thinking about your loved ones, a lot of times in that moment, it's because they're already with you in spirit, and that's why you're thinking about them already. Do you understand that? And who's the father energy that's passed for you?
My father?
Mm-hmm.
Edward.
Okay, perfect. Because I keep hearing Frank, and then I'm being told there's a father energy stepping in. Do you understand that? Good, wonderful. Okay, there's a long line for you. Now, I don't know how many people are going to start to announce themselves to me, to understand, but we'll just wait and see. But this one gentleman here is, oh yeah, there's a really long line. This is going to get interesting because they're making me feel like I want to start looking at their houses. The one guy has a really strong cigar smell. I'm going to leave him for a minute. Do you understand? You have a lot of people that are passed in the family, but a lot of people that I'm feeling step in are older generations. Mm-hmm. Do you understand it? Okay, so I got Frank's name, then I was being told there's a father energy trying to step in for you as well that's been passed as well. Do you understand? He's been gone for years, because he keeps saying to me, it's my daughter, I've been gone for years. That's how I know it's not a recent passing. Do you understand that? Good, because they'll say recent passing to me, they'll say gone for years, or they'll say longevity if it's 20 years or over. Perfect. So it's his way of saying years. You were close to him, because he makes me feel like he wants to hug you. I'm asking him to come stand beside you. Do you understand it? Good. Did they call him Ed?
Yeah.
He said, you can call me Ed if you want to. I said, okay. So I'm asking him to politely come stand here, so he's going to come stand beside you, okay? And then the gentleman, Frank, is stepping in just behind him, okay? Good. But I feel like I want to call him Frank. Even though that's his proper name, I feel like that's what I want to call him. So that's what I know that everybody called him for the most part. Do you understand it? Good. Because even though his proper name is Edward, I know that everybody called him Ed, and he's asking me to call him Ed. Does that make sense to you? Perfect. Good. There's two women with them. I'm going to see if I get their names or if I start to feel them in any way. And what's with the month of April? The one woman that's stepping in, she keeps handing me balloons. Who's the one in the family with the April birthday that's still here? Because she's trying to validate somebody she's watching over. Perfect. So I'm going to leave that for a minute, okay? And I will find out if she's a mother to you, if she's a grandmother. But the two women stepping in just behind, I see pink balloons. She keeps handing them to me, and she keeps talking about a watch over for somebody for an April birthday. Do you understand it? Perfect. So I'm just going to leave that for a minute. How old is she?
She's 15.
Okay, because she keeps saying to me she's not very old, and that's how I know she's not an adult yet. Do you understand that? Interesting age. I feel like she wants to talk about that for a little bit. So it might just be because she's validating that she watches over her. There might be some guidance that goes along with this as well, okay? But I'm going to take my time with them because there's 3 or 4 people that want to talk to both of you. Do you understand? Good. And who is Frank for you, honey? Okay, because I kept feeling father energy, but I don't feel like it's biological, and that's why I had to ask. Because if they say biological father to me, I'll say Frank's telling me that he's her dad, even though I know that he looks at her like a daughter. Do you understand it? Perfect. And he makes me feel like I want to hug her, and that's how I know he felt close to her. However, when they step forward and I feel that there's a father energy, but they're not making me feel the biological bond, that can be anybody. It can be a stepfather, it can be an uncle like a dad, because maybe sometimes there isn't actually the dad present. It can even be a close grandfather that helped to raise, that's like a father energy as well. Do you understand? Perfect, good. So he's saying to me, is he the number 1 person you guys were hoping for? Because I'm being told 1 of 2. Who's the second?
I was actually thinking about him, not really looking for him. She did have her in mind. So.
I can't run that on somebody.
Okay, so we'll just wait and see who steps in, because I keep being told 1 of 2, meaning there's 1 other person that you were hoping for as well. Do you understand it? So just wait and see who steps in. But I'm being told that he's going to step forward and talk for just a few minutes. I feel the father energy, like I said, that's been saying to me for years. And then there is a woman, I'm being told grandmother energy. So whether grandmother or great-grandmother, I'll find out from her when she steps forward, okay? That's the one that's trying to give me the validation as far as the watch over for her, as far as the daughter. Okay, good. I need to stop for a minute. just because I'm asking him to come and step forward because I want to start talking to him. Who recognizes the overdose? This is really, really, really strong. I had to stop for a minute because somebody's making me feel I want to put substance in my system, and I know there's an overdose of pills and medication. Who recognizes that? And I feel it's accidental, it's not on purpose. All right, I'm going to leave that for a minute. I think it belongs to one of the servers. I'm going to leave that because they're passing in and out.
I warned them that might happen.
Okay, I'm just going to leave that. I'm just going to let this person who passed through the overdose, I'm going to ask them to come to me after the group is over, if they can, just for 2 minutes, or see if, because I don't control when everyone loses their energy. So I'm going to let them just validate after I'm done reading and just pass the information to my guide, and then I'll know who it goes to in a little bit, okay? So I'm just going to ask them to politely step out for just a moment, okay? All right, I'm asking him to step forward. Did you have a lot of time with your dad? Did you have a lot of time with your dad? Because he's saying to me, I was older when I passed. We had a lot of time together. I've only gone years. That's how I know he's saying to me, it's not like he passed when you were 20 or 30. Do you understand it? Perfect. So I'm asking him to validate that because he wasn't making me feel like I wanted to step into the longevity before, okay? It just means he's going to be the first person that starts to talk to me, okay? Do you feel like you didn't have a full chance to say goodbye to him? Because he's saying to me he wasn't fully vocal to be able to say goodbye to you, and there wasn't the chance to fully say goodbye. Do you understand it? Perfect. He's starting to run down my system, so I know there's several health issues with him, and then I feel like there's major complications with the breathing in the end. Do you understand it? And he's putting a lot of pressure on my lungs, okay? So I'm asking him to step forward. He's very sweet. A little old school, a little stern in his ways, but he's got a very, very loving heart. Do you understand it? Perfect. So not only is he announcing himself to me, he's starting to make me feel some of the health relation, but I want him to make me feel his personality as well. Like I said, he's starting to stand just beside you, okay? So I just want him to start talking to me a little bit, and I want him to say what he wants to say to you. Okay. I didn't have a chance to say goodbye to her, but there were other people I didn't have a chance to say goodbye to as well. Do you understand it? And he makes me feel there's a suddenness in the passing, but I feel like it's more about the timing. Do you understand? Meaning he was already suffering, there was already health issues, and you guys thought he would be here longer. Do you understand? So the suddenness he's making me feel, it's about the time of the passing. Do you understand it? Thinking that you would have more time to actually say those goodbyes and see him. Do you understand it? Perfect, good. But he's saying to me that that the family helped to take care of him. Do you understand it? And then I'm also seeing scrubs, so I know that's part medical and part family. Do you understand that? Perfect. Because when they start to talk about their health being worn down and how there's several health issues, even though the only thing he's doing right now is cutting my breathing off a little bit, okay? They'll make me feel it. Does the family fully take care? Is this a fully medical situation, or if it's the combination of both? I feel the combination of both. And I feel like it's on and off for a little while. I just know the suddenness of his passing was sooner than you expected. Do you understand it? And who's the one that lost the child? Because somebody keeps saying to me they want to validate a miscarriage. Okay, so it just means that he's going to give you information about it, okay? Okay. Have you not thought about that in a while?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Was it early trimester? They're saying early trimester to me. The baby was not known whether it was a boy or girl. Perfect. Because they're saying early trimester to me, and I'm getting not known, meaning you never found out. So it's just a gift from him, from her dad, to you, that he wants you to know about this miscarriage and that the soul is with them, just to give you a little more peace about it because you never knew. Do you understand it? He's saying to me, I wanted her to know, I wanted her to have peace, but I know she's a little shocked right now because it's not something you expected. Do you understand that? Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to wait for it. I know he wants to say a few more things to you because there wasn't that full goodbye. Okay, so I'm just going to listen to him for a little bit, and then I'm being told the validation is going to be given about the miscarriage as well. Okay, perfect. he's laying me down. When they start to lay me down and I start to go into the restful place, it's because he's trying to make me feel what happened with the passing. That's why he was validating before there wasn't a full chance to say goodbye. Do you understand it? Okay, but what's going to happen is I can start to see the white light come towards me, so he's going to validate to me who was there to greet him, to give you a little bit more comfort because you didn't have a chance to actually say the goodbye. Do you understand it? Good. Okay. So I'm watching the white light. There was a mother energy pass before him because he keeps saying to me the very first person I saw that walked towards me was my mom. Do you understand? Perfect. Good. Did you have a connection with that grandmother? Because I just got connection, and I'm being told she's the other one of the two women that are here. Remember how I said there was a grandmother energy validating about what the watch over her daughter? She's one of the two, okay? So as I watch him actually, the soul leave and go into the white light, I can actually see her standing there clear as day, and he keeps saying to me the very first person I saw was my mom. Now there are two gentlemen behind her. One I feel is a father energy, so I don't know if it's a father or grandfather, and then there's a brother-like energy. So there was either a brother passed before him. Do you understand it? Perfect. Good. Or it's somebody like a friend. But my guide's saying to me it's the brother bloodline, and it sounds like you recognize it. Perfect. So it's just his way of validating who was there to greet him. Do you understand it? Wonderful. Good. So sometimes they will do that, especially when you don't have a chance to have the goodbye with them. They'll give that just as a way of comfort for you, so you know that they were at peace and what the transition was like for them as far as crossing onto the other side, and just to give you a little bit of comfort about the soul. Do you understand it? Perfect. Now, the mother energy, the grandmother energy I was feeling, one of the two ladies that's standing here, that was his mom. And then I got time spent, so that's how I know. Do you understand it? Good. Now, when older generations come through, whether it's mother-in-law, a father-in-law, a grandparent, or great-grandparent, they'll either say time spent or they'll say connection to me if you had time with them on this earth plane. Because you can still know names and how people passed in older generations through your family by looking at all the black and white photos and hearing the stories and stuff like that. And then if that's the case, even though you may know them and you might know about the passing, there might not have been the connection here. And then they'll say to me, no connection. But she's saying there's a connection, and that's how I know the time is spent. So it's just her way of saying hello to you as well. It's just her way of saying she wanted you to know that she was there to greet him, to give you a little bit of more comfort about it, and just her way of acknowledging that she's here. Do you understand it? Perfect. Good. So I just want to see if there's anything else your dad wants to say. I know they want to give validation about the miscarriage, and then I know I'm going to get just a couple words from Frank. Now, I feel Frank is where it ends, but it doesn't mean that I might not come back to you, because it could be the other person that might step in. They might just be stepping in with someone else, okay? So I'm just going to leave it for a little bit, okay? Perfect. Alright, I'm asking him to take me out of the state of the relaxation before the passing. And just come back to his words. Okay, good. Okay, tell me what you want to say to her, because they're saying to me I just have another minute with you. He said I just wanted my daughter to know that I was here. And I wanted to tell her that I love her. Yes, we didn't have a chance to say goodbye, but I know there's ways that they've honored me over the years. And I know that she's prayed for all of us. Do you understand it? Perfect. So whether it's prayer as far as praying, whether it's just the thought of you saying that you love them, just wishing them peace, it's just their way of saying that you've been giving them blessings from here, and they've been giving blessings to the family as well. Do you understand it? Perfect. Good. Okay, he's saying to me that he's the person actually giving the validation is the miscarriage, okay? So he's actually going to bring the soul in. I'm going to be able to see if it's a boy or girl, and I might get a small message there as well, okay? But I'm being told early trimester, baby not known. This was a while ago, years, because I'm being told years. Okay, perfect. How old would the child be? Okay, because I keep being told, what's with the month of July?
My son was born in July.
Okay, because I'm being told it's not just about this other person that they want to talk about. They want to validate somebody else with the July. Do you understand it? because they kept making me flip the calendar, and I saw the June, and I'm like, okay, I feel the 6th. Are you flipping it to one more? And then I got the July. Do you understand it? Perfect. Okay. So your son was born in July? Okay, good. So I'm just going to leave that because there might be some kind of guidance or validation there as well. Do you understand? Okay, good. How old is the son?
He's 12.
Because I keep getting younger. Okay, so is he your youngest? Okay, good. That's why I'm getting younger, meaning youngest. Okay, perfect. But they want to give the validation about the other miscarriage. Do you understand? Perfect. Okay, meaning they're going to give the validation about the miscarriage first, and it could be their way of not only validating about the watch over as far as the daughter, and that's why they gave the birthday for April for her, and now I'm getting the July birthday for the son. Do you understand? Perfect. So sometimes they'll either give me a birth date if they're talking about the watch over urge of a child, or they'll give the name, or they'll give both. I just go with what they give me because I don't control it. But it's just their way of announcing the birth dates as far as the watch over as well. Are you close to both children? Okay, because I feel like I'm going to hug them with you, and that's how I know. Because all I keep hearing from this grandmother energy back here, the one that was validating about the birthday for the daughter for April, which is the mother of your dad, Edward, she keeps saying, what a good mom you are. And she's saying to me, I needed her to know that I watch over her daughter, but I also needed to tell her what a good mom she is. Do you understand it? Okay, perfect. Who's the young male you know that passed, honey? There's a really strong young male trying to step in with them. And I keep getting it's a friend energy.
Friends.
Okay.
Several of them.
I'm just going to leave it. It just means if he has the energy, he's going to step in, he might say hello to you, and he might be wanting to use you to then pass information to his family. I'm going to leave him because he might just be the person that steps in with that other person if I come back to you. But I'm feeling him very strongly, and I know he's young when he passes, which means he was under 40. So I'm just going to leave him for a little bit, okay? I want to see if there's anything else your dad wants to say. I know they want to give validation about the miscarriage, and then I'm going to see if there's anything they want to say about this daughter or about the son, because they were saying youngest to me and then giving me his birthday. Okay, perfect, good. I'm seeing the pink, which means it was a girl. Did you have a feeling about what it was, honey?
Kind of thought it was a girl.
Perfect. It's just their validation for you, okay? And all I keep hearing from the grandmother just behind is she keeps saying to me, she needs to know that we were there and that we were there for her, and that she needs to know that she's been with us all this time, and that we watch over her, and that she's safe with us, and that one day she'll see her again. It's just their way of validating about the soul and about how the soul continues to grow on the other side, and there's going to be that connection one day. Do you understand it? Perfect, good. All I saw was the pink blanket. I feel all these peaceful wings being pushed towards me, which means there's a whole line of family here just all validating that they're a piece and they're together. And I feel nothing but all this loving energy being sent to me, which means that that daughter energy sends love to you. And I'm being told also watches over the family. So I want you to watch for slow, subtle signs as well. Do you understand it? Okay. And I'm being shown a pair of hands with a butterfly inside, and it just means that her sign for you to watch for is for her to send you a butterfly, which means she's been trying to send them over the years, okay? And that's also why this grandmother was validating what a good mom you are as well. Do you understand it? Perfect. And it's also just their way of validating that they keep that soul safe. Perfect. Okay, good. I'm starting to pull his energy out as he's pulling his energy away from me. This is what I'm going to say to you. There's a whole long line here. I could read you guys the whole time. But they're trying to keep their time short so then I can move on to other people. But there's a chance that I might be coming back to you, okay? Because I know there's another person that you were hoping for as well. Do you understand it? Okay. Were you both very close to Frank when he passed? Okay. Because I feel a shift of energy where he makes me feel like even though he crossed over, the transition took him a little longer because he was so worried about the two of you that he stayed to watch for a while. And that's okay. Okay? Because he just makes me feel the closest, and he makes me feel like he wants to hug both of you. Even though he was making me feel like she was a daughter. Were you married to him for quite some time? Okay, because he keeps saying to me, she was my significant other for quite some time, and I could feel the tie of the wedding rings. Do you understand it? Good. Do you think there's a certain reason you were thinking about him the past couple days? Because he just said to me, part of the reason I was on her mind is because I was there with her. I'm asking him. He said twice. Meaning 2 of the times that you felt him the